Hey guys, Christopher Bruce here, co-host of the official Celebrity Boxing Podcast, along with my main man, the founder, Damon Feldman. And let's just call it what it is. Every great story has a beginning, and we're here to dig into the origin story of official Celebrity Boxing, which, man, you guys have gone through a lot of ups and downs. It's been an interesting ride over the last bunch of years.
Absolutely.
But when it all began, I want to kind of go back into that. Let's take a trip back in time. I want to get into your head a little bit. How did it all begin? Like, what was the start?
Well, basically my family. My dad was a fight guy. My mom got injured. She was a quadriplegic in a wheelchair. I didn't know what I was going to do. Like, I was a kid, didn't know. I was living with 3 different families. When I came, it was 11 years old. Basically, boxing became my therapy. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It was living with 3 different families, and Frank the Animal Fletcher, Anthony Two Gun Fletcher. They helped raise us, and it was just a journey, man. Like, boxing was my way to really put the pain. It hid the pain for years.
For you, it was a coping mechanism. It was an outlet.
Oh, without a doubt.
Where you were able to really dig yourself, and you had a lot of early success. I mean, you actually were really good as a professional fighter. You were 9-0, I think, in your career, and you were getting some pretty high-level fights. I mean, going back and looking at the tape, you were making your way up.
Well, I was on my way, definitely, and with my mom getting injured, it was like it's crazy. I only seen her walk once in my life, and in my films, Celebrity Boxing Under Our Stories coming out, you'll see all that. But it was, it was therapy, man.
Yeah.
The celebrity boxing became therapy. When I started, like, my boxing career ended at 9-0. I got injured outside the ring. Basically, I was trying to figure out what was next. I did some tough man competitions, promoted, and I just fell into celebrity boxing, man. I had a radio DJ take on a local weatherman, and all of a sudden it went crazy.
And talk about that first fight, right? So that kind of was, in essence, the seed that was originally planted that kind of blossomed into this thing. So that first fight with that local personality, who was that? Yeah. How did it happen?
It was the weatherman John Bellaris took on radio DJ Diego Ramos, and man, our crazy idea. We packed the place, Valley Forge Convention Center, but to think I would be where I'm at right now with this is a dream. I'm living my dream. I want to inspire people to live their dream, fight for their dreams. You got to fight for it because it's not coming to you. No one's giving you a penny. No one's gonna just
hand
on a silver platter.
Right. You got to earn it. You got to fight for it.
You have to fucking, excuse my.
Hey, listen, I believe we can say that on the show. Okay. I believe it's okay.
Sometimes the cursing's good here, but you have to fight for what you want to do, and that's what I ultimately. When I was a fighter, I was like, man, I'm this, that, the other thing. I thought the things were just being thrown to me. It just doesn't happen that way, man. And it was a lot of pain. It was really literally blood, sweat, and tears to get to where I'm at.
Yeah, I mean, I genuinely believe that if you want anything bad enough, you can make it happen.
Without a doubt.
If you don't make it happen, 2 things. You either didn't want it as bad as you thought.
Exactly.
Or you just got to get back to work, and you got to keep fighting for it.
Well, people have to understand, you might not be a billionaire, but you could reach where you could make the big money. There's not one person in this world that can't do what their dream is or their goal is. They just have to go after it, make it happen.
I think a lot of times people, they imagine the result, they become in love with the finished product, but they just aren't willing to put in the time, the energy, the effort to make it happen, and then they wonder why it didn't.
Well, especially when you're doing something like that, you have to understand, always think failure first. Like, when failure is going to be there, like, have the wariness.
Yeah.
And know that goal is going to be there. There's light at the end of the tunnel.
Yeah.
There's a gold at the end of the rainbow. That's true, man. If you really fight for it, you'll get it. Like, honestly.
Yeah, a lot of times success comes from just pushing through all the failure.
Absolutely.
And the pile of failure in the corner is really what led to the one that worked, right? It doesn't happen overnight. It doesn't. Sometimes you get lucky, but for most people, most of the time, it's that pile of failure that pushes you to the top, that gets you there. You got to be willing to drive through it, though.
Absolutely. Celebrity boxing is my goal, my dream, my life. I was thinking of switching my name to Celebrity Boxing.
Yeah, put it on the birth certificate. Damon, a.k.a. Official Celebrity Boxing Feldman.
But
He's right here.
Because I lived this gym, man. Like, people were really laughing at me.
Yeah.
I would go to people with sponsors, like, come on, Celebrity Boxing. Who do you have fight? Tanya Harding. Listen,
big names, man. You've had huge names over the years.
I ended up making it happen. Like, that's the thing. Like, in a snowstorm in Delaware County, I had Tanya Harding fighting, and we still sold it out. And that's
amazing.
Incredible. And, you know, it's been a journey.
And I think that is one of the things about you, if you look at your story and you kind of look at the history of official celebrity boxing, is that whatever, through it all, you made it happen. You found a way. You've always kind of pushed through the obstacles, which I think is one of the beautiful things and kind of is at its core a part of what makes celebrity boxing so great, is that it's always about finding a way, getting up and showing up.
Absolutely. And, you know, I believe in God. I thank God for every single opportunity in his life. I believe there's a God up there. When I hit the brick wall, you know, I thank God. I prayed to God. I promised God I would never do drinking again. I haven't done it, and I've been blessed, man. I really and I live life to the fullest. And, like, you know, Celebrity Boxing National Phenom or whatever it is, it really is. And anywhere I go, people come out, and but it's all about my kids now. It's for them. So
yeah, man, this thing's taking you all over, and you look at. I mean, you guys are just down in Miami. You were just in Chicago. There's a lot of big things happening with celebrity boxing. That's super exciting. First metaverse fight in the history of the world. It's like insane. Big names attached to that with Roy Jones Jr., NDO champ.
Oh man!
If you don't know who NDO champ is, look it up. It's awesome.
And the referee is Montel Griffin, former light heavyweight champ. Yeah, and it's only the start.
It doesn't get more legit. It just doesn't get more legitimate than that.
It's almost like. I sometimes I say that. I remember looking at and this, I got to tell this, man, and to anybody watching or, you know, people, I used to look in the mirror and cry, man. Like, I was so freaking depressed, man. I was like, what's going on with me, man? Sometimes you try so hard and think you're going to do it. Sometimes you can't stop. You know, your depressed isn't going to just go right away. You have to know how to fight through it. Then when you know how to fight and you see there's the way you can fight, that's how you're going to get undepressed. My depression, man, that was the worst. It was just the worst in the world, man. Then I was feeling sorry for myself. Then I was like, what the fuck am I feeling sorry for myself, man? I get sorry for my kids, man. They need me, you know. And that's
imagine
when I woke
them
up.
looking at their dad broken down. I mean, and you had to step up, if not for yourself, for them.
Yeah.
And that's a beautiful thing. And I think that's what a lot of times people need is they need that motivation. They need to kind of have that reminder that it's worth that's worth the fight.
Absolutely, man. And people have to understand, fight for what you want. It's not coming to you, but you can do it. Listen, if anybody can do it. You just have to fight for it. You have to go after it. No matter what, you're going to fall on your face, brick wall. But guess what? There's another day. You try harder. It doesn't work that day, try harder. Or go there. Kept trying. I threw 1,000 things up at the wall, and this one thing sticked.
Sometimes it only takes one, right? Sometimes it only takes one. And you talk about hitting the brick wall.
Yeah.
For a guy that's hit a brick wall as many times as you, still look pretty good. You know, your face is all right. You took some punches. You've taken some walls. You fought yourself through.
I swear, man, I'm so lucky. I got out of the ring at 9-0. You know, I'm a smart guy. You know, a lot of guys stay in it too long, man. And I'm just the whole story was meant to be this way. And you know,
well, what was great about you too is that you've been able to find a way to kind of stay relevant in the scene. You got to get creative. This is not a traditional track that you've ultimately created. But what you've done in a lot of ways is created an empire with this brand, and it's just continuing to grow. And partly because of some of the successes you've had along the way. So let's talk about some of those big names and just take a moment to remember some of the big moments. So if you could share, what are maybe some of your favorite moments that you've had over the years? And I know you've got a lot of them. So how do you even pick, right?
I guess dealing with Tanya Harding was really interesting because I was with my wife at the time. We were engaged and it was our trip and we were excited to go out to do a fight and other stuff like Omaro, them being able to work on the lines of the Kardashian show and bringing Black China in, and Al B. Shore, man. Al B. Shore was
huge names, man.
He was my guy, man. He was the best. Like when growing up, he was like the awesome singer night and day. Right. And we're good friends, you know what I mean? And it's just amazing. And man, we tapped into several different markets and just being able to do this, like take it from doing this in my backyard of my area, like a little place, and to take it to on live on pay-per-view TV where we're at right now. It's amazing.
Yeah, and it's crazy. I mean, I look back at some of the. I keep coming back to these names, but Jose Canseco's in the mix, right? And you had Flavor Flav in the ring.
That's my man.
Yeah. Like that is hilarious.
Well, that was
amazing.
That was a big part too, man. Having because yeah, boy. And all
my God,
and all I wanted him
classic.
to say is. Also, when I saw Flav, man, he was just amazing. I want to bring him back as a ring announcer. He just fits in and just like.
We should have him on the show if he's up for it. I'd love to have.
I'm gonna ask him.
Flav, let's get. I'll wear a clock. Damon will get his clock. Whatever you want.
Flav is the best, man. I got to get him back on.
Yeah, it's amazing.
Just everybody, like the whole platform. We're getting there. You know what I mean?
Right.
I'm not there yet, but I'm getting there, and it's like to show what people, what celebrities. I give them their chance too to ring announce, referee, commentate. Omarosa was the one of the commentators, Jackie Callan.
And that's one of the things too is like this really is an amazing platform for personalities and celebrities or others to just showcase, to get back in the mix. A lot of times these are people that have been at the highest of their career. Yeah. Maybe they've fallen out of public 100%. Eye a little bit, but this is a great chance for them to get back in the mix to kind of put themselves at the forefront. Maybe re-energize their careers in a lot of ways. You've seen that a lot with celebrity boxing.
It's amazing, man, because it gets them back in the spotlight to get their opportunities, like to make a living. Some of these guys aren't making money, and we give them a little chance. I get the people behind me, get them to get their chance of being back in the spotlight, and it's fun. It's fun and awesome to see because. This little guy from Broomall, Pennsylvania made it happen. I'm like, what? And it's like, wow.
Well, and it's also fun, right? I mean, that's one of the things, too. You get in the ring, you got the gloves, you get to take on somebody. It's 3 rounds. It's a safe space to be a part of something that is kind of like a bucket list item for a lot of people. I think they're like, oh, man, I want to be in there. One time, I want to do celebrity boxing. And a lot of times you see people come back for more.
Everybody should try celebrity boxing because it's going to give you an opportunity to give confidence and understand what it's like to get hit a little bit. But more on the sports entertainment, we're a sports entertainment niche. There's no betting allowed. We do this thing like it's real entertainment for the underdog. That's what it's all about. Because I am an underdog, man. Everything I went through in my life, and to give another underdog a shot and see them win and succeed. And now we're doing a celebrity boxing podcast. I mean, where people can come on here.
Yeah, we're excited to bring people on to showcase their stories, to give them additionally a platform to talk about whatever it is they have going on in their life. Hey, maybe it's a book that's coming out. It could be a new movie. It could be their own podcast. It could just be, hey, we want to reminisce a little bit about their careers, whatever it is, and talk about their journey as it relates to celebrity boxing, getting in the ring and having some fun along the way. And it's an entertainment thing, right? That's what it's all about.
Absolutely, man. And, just saying a couple more things about the people that have been through celebrity boxing. Rodney King.
Oh, my goodness.
I mean, he lived with me for 4 months and, became a good friend. And
there's not too many people that can say Rodney King lived with them for 4 months.
And we were tight.
Unbelievable.
And that's the thing. He loved my dad, and my dad was like his mentor. Yeah. And it was amazing, man. And I feel bad for the guy in this. But it was just amazing having him, Canseco, Danny Bonaducci, Willie Ames from Eight Is Enough. I don't know who else. All the Hollywood mistresses. Octomom, Amy Fisher.
Nicole Hoops.
Tequila.
Yeah, all these names. Hoops Alexander came in there. I remember that, right? Yeah. That was a fun one.
How about Joey Buttafuoco fought Amy Fisher's husband?
That was crazy, right?
That's crazy.
Absolutely. Too, yeah. And Bam Margera's, didn't he? His dad fought, right?
Phil.
Rowdy Piper even came in and had some fun. Not in the ring, but on the side, right?
Oh, my God. That was crazy. When he walked in,
unbelievable.
The whole crowd was like, what?
And you remember I was at that fight. You don't even remember I was there, but I was there working with Robbins Diamonds at the time.
That's crazy.
We'll have to find a fun clip of that. I was literally in the mascot for Robbins Diamonds.
That is unbelievable.
And working with what amazing family that they were. But that was a wild time, and probably the first time I was exposed to that universe and what you had created.
It was just when I'm starting. Like I never had a business structure either till recently. Yeah. And I have a great team behind me now, and
a lot of good things.
It's all been smart. Like sure we're all gunning for that big money, but I was more, for me, it wasn't gunning for the money. It was more gunning for that understanding in life to be secure with myself. You know what I mean? And that's what celebrity boxing did. It helped my life, and it's helping other people's lives. And that's what's the most important thing is the money. Hopefully it turns out great and everything's good.
And what's great about it is you've created a platform that really you can share and others can take advantage of, right?
Absolutely.
So a lot of these people are coming on. I know we have a lot of fights coming up. A lot of lookalikes, too, which is a funny thing that's developed. So talk a little bit about how some of the things developed, because we've had the traditional fights, and then now we've got this whole lookalike series.
It's the Hollywood Celebrity Boxing Tribute Acts. We got the Jake Paul lookalike, Logan Paul lookalike, and Snoop Dogg lookalike. Man, it's really interesting. And all these internet stars come on board. Now an internet guy is a superstar now. It's pretty wild where celebrity boxing's going, and I think the sky's the limit, man. I'm just really, really excited about it.
Yeah, no question. You've created a lot of great partners over the years, and with that, there's going to be a lot of really great fights to look forward to. And as it continues to develop, we're going to be bringing people on the show. We're going to be getting them on here to talk about their stories, mixing it up with Damon and I. And you just never know who's going to be on the show, which is one of the great things about it. And we're going to give you access to the world of celebrity boxing like never before in a way that you guys are going to love. I guarantee it. If you have any interest, want to be on the show, let us know, of course. Hey, if you're a sponsor and say, I want to be a part of that, there's plenty of opportunities for that as well. Damon, this ride that we're on and that we're just kicking off is exciting. I appreciate you allowing me to be a part of it.
Absolutely,
I'm looking forward to everything as it relates to the official Celebrity Boxing Podcast. Again, Christopher Bruce, along with Damon Feldman, your hosts of the official Celebrity Boxing Podcast. Get it anywhere you listen to podcasts. We'll have video and audible versions out everywhere. Damon.
Don't miss it.
Don't miss it. You're not going to want to. You want to catch every second of every episode.
We want to see you on here.
Damon, I've said it before. There is way too much content. We have so much to cover. So it's just really a matter of getting all these episodes out.
That's it. Without a doubt, and I'm excited for this ride, man.
Absolutely. And hey, maybe you get in the ring. If not, get on the show. Either way, listen up. Official Celebrity Boxing Podcast.